Bear with me, this guy is full blown on this saw going through the ground right now. Alright, so exterior is in really good shape. This is the all-wheel drive model. All the badging and everything's still there. Bumpers and everything are in really good shape. I didn't find any body work, rough edges, any kind of dimpling or orange peel. No tape lines. This is the M56 XS, right? So it's the performance all-wheel drive big sedan. Thing drives really good, nice and quiet. Has a lot of safety features like the adaptive cruise, blind spot, lane keep, all that kind of stuff. Does have some chips in the glass, which is more expensive when you have this safety glass with the cameras and stuff. You'll see some, you know, little door dings and stuff. Rear wheels are pretty scuffed up. I believe they rotated them. But that is pretty much it. Looks really good. Alright, so going through the engine bay here, fluids are pretty good. Brake fluid, honestly, is probably the best brake fluid I have seen in our area in a very long time. Nice and clear. They did do filters and stuff. They kind of gave me a breakdown of stuff they did. Power steering's a little lower than it needs to be. It's at the low point of the cold after the drive. And then if you look down in here, that blue is leaking from your thermostat housing here. I don't know if it's the hose, the clamp, or the thermostat gasket, but you can see where it's going down on the water pump as well. Something to definitely keep an eye on. This car the battery died on me while I was doing my scan, so I don't have it running right now. Sounded pretty good while it was running. I'm working on trying to get it started. I'm letting it sit for now. The voltage kind of comes back up to 11.2, so hopefully with some time I can get it going. Maybe I can get a guy over here to help me jump it, but for now she's not running. Belts and hoses all look pretty good, but this one, there's a valve here that's starting to leak. That's what that blue is. And then, I mean, the other hose was that potential up on that upper there. Everything else looks pretty good. No leaks, everything, oil's good. Transmission on these is going to be down underneath. It's serviced kind of like a diff, so it's under the vehicle. We don't really have a stick or anything to check on that. And then battery here, it says 1025, but man, that thing died so fast, so I don't know what's up with that. I know these have a lot of electronics in them, so maybe that's why. But I mean, I just drove this thing for 10 miles before, you know, and that was sitting at traffic lights, down the highway, all that, so it should have had plenty of time to charge. I've been sitting here idling for some time as well. They didn't give me a lot of fuel, so I didn't do more than I thought it was necessary, but now we're trying to get her going. Stop here. Alright, so I always start from the front looking towards the back. Main thing I'm looking for when I do this is if anything's hanging down, sagging, dragging. You can see if there's any scrapes or anything in the front. All still looks really good there. You can see further back, nice and dry. We're going to go from the corners and get a better angle on some stuff. So you'll see a little bit of surface rust on these braces that are mild steel. So all the aluminum, the body, and everything still looks good. Pinch welds are a little folded from being lifted, but I don't see any separation or flaking on the paint or undercoat there. Still see your cats and everything there. And still has all the plastics and everything for the aerodynamics. Keep everything nice and tucked. Going down the rocker here, looks pretty good. Lift point's in good shape on here. See a little bit of surface rust, but nothing major. No flaking, no peeling, everything looks pretty good. Going straight from the back. Alright, so there's the stock mufflers, I believe. And then they still have the plastic tray there for the aerodynamics, for where your spare sits. Rear diff, and then the resonator up in front of that. Pipes all look really good. Axles and everything look good. Diff's nice and dry. I always look up in here. You can see your bodies. Panels looking good. Floor pan looks good. Above on this side. Tow hook's all in good shape. Everything looks good there. Alright, we are going from the passenger side here. Little bends in this. Pinch weld, but nothing crazy. Not looking too bad. And then our last front corner here, same thing. Folded pinch weld, and then that brace there, it's a mild steel versus like the aluminum control arms. See how the control arms have nothing? So lines, everything look good. More cat on this side. Pan looks good. Everything dry. All right, we're gonna go through the interior. I still haven't been able to get this thing running since I did my code scan. I've been having it sit here, so hopefully I can get some help from maybe a shop over here or something. Mileage is about 80,000 and some change, just under 81. Yeah, she just won't start. Has the map, it did follow well. Rear backup camera and everything works as well. Climate works great, has both sides. One thing I did note, the rear bumper does have the radar spots, but I didn't get the radar system to work or act up or yell at me. There is a button here, but since the car's dead, I can't really mess with it anymore. So that's unfortunate. Sunroof does work well. I have it closed right now because I don't have any air and it's getting hot in here. Right now, I'm going to pause. So steering wheel. Sorry, didn't mean it. I'm not going to pause. So phone controls, radio controls and stuff, your cruise control, and then your adaptive. This is how you turn on and off. This is like a area camera. And then paddle shifters here. They do stay stationary with the column, not the wheel. It's kind of silly. Up and down. And then it does have the privacy thing in the back, which I was going to show you when I back up. It goes down, but we have no power. So we're going to open up all the doors, just kind of show you how everything looks. It's going to be a little louder. It does have memory seats, auto windows down. None of the auto up works. Power seat on this side works as intended. Leather's in good shape. There is a little bit of wear right here, but it's not splitting or anything. It just looks like someone's pant pocket scraped it. Carpets are in really good shape. Seat backs are in good shape, and these speakers are working as well. It does have that privacy deal in the back there that comes up and folds down when you put it in reverse. Seats are in great shape. On the passenger side, so door cards here in good shape. There is a pretty good scrape here in the leather. Little indent here, but overall good shape. Power seat on this side also works well. Glove box, there's a damper to it, wheel lock in there, and door card on this side in really good shape. All right, so we're gonna go through the trunk on this. Bear with the background noise, lots of construction in the town. This does have an electric release to open from the inside and as well as on the trunk. Has a full height spare, not a full size spare. It's for the all-wheel drive, so you're not messing with the diffs. But it's also not recommended for long-term use, but it's so that you don't have any issues. Tools and everything are there. Carpet and everything's in really good shape. Plastic's got a little bit of scuffs, but really nothing bad. Truck shut's good, opens easily. All right, this is gonna be our code scan. Try to work with the glare here. So we did have some codes. BCM, it had a code for the anti-theft system. And then on the HVAC, it's just the door modes were not happy. Sorry, this is struggling to focus. Let's see if I can bring it down. A little better. So 3 faults, it was the internal sensor, and then driver mode door and passenger mode door, and then a pass code on the telematics, it was the microphone. Everything else checked out really good. Normally we go through and do our live like our live monitors and stuff, but as you can see, the voltage is about 10 just from doing the scan. The battery dropped enough where I can't even start the car right now. So I'm hoping if I turn everything off and let it sit for long enough, it'll recharge. It started right up when I was at the dealer, so I'm not sure if the battery is just weak or if there's just so much stuff integrated into this car that it killed it. I would say probably 15 minutes or so is how long I've had the key on. I have the lights off, the HVAC's off, the radio's off. So no bueno. We'll see if we can get it going, but I did not get to capture the data from the monitors. All right, I'm gonna go through my conclusion. Unfortunately, this died on me and I have not been able to get it started. I'm gonna have to walk over to the shop or maybe the U-Haul here and see if they can get me jump started on this thing. Battery is about 6 months old, so not sure if it was that much of a draw or literally because I had the system on for the scan, it killed it that fast. It's crazy. Overall, car drive's really good. Plenty to get up and go on this. Has good features for the year. Adaptive cruise, lane keep, blind spot, all of that. Map and navigation work really well. A few things that I did note, car does pull to the right pretty good, and then as you change like slopes in the road, it'll kind of influence that direction. So in gear at a stop, like at a red light, if you slowly let off the brake, it kind of sputters a little bit, almost like it's kind of hitting, but that's the only time I felt that. Some chips in the windshield. The battery dying is a big thing for me. That's crazy, especially after my drive, so that's really wild. And then my other thing is these little radar deals. I didn't get those to work. Of course, the battery died on me, so I haven't got to play with it a lot either, but it's one of those things. Overall, good driving car, very quiet, plenty of get up and go. The inside is really good shape. Outside is in really good shape. So not really too much to gripe about, except I lost power. So we'll figure out how to get that going. I'll let them know when I get back. Hey, that sucked. But overall, not bad. Now, as far as under hood, we did see some coolant leaking at the upper hose. It's either the clamp, the hose, or the thermostat housing. Hard to say. It is dripping down on the water pump. As this gets hotter, that becomes more of a pressure system. So definitely something to also talk to them about. Really cool car. Not a lot of these around. A few issues that I would definitely get addressed before picking it up. The mileage is good. The interior and the outside's in good shape. So if you can just kind of get those other few things started or sorted, the alignment, the coolant, battery. Golly, man, that irritates me. But really clean car, very nice drive. We'll stop here.